Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today's Sage Intacct webinar. My name is Tina, and I work as a pre-sales solution consultant at BAS Business Solutions, specializing in Sage Intacct and cloud-based financial transformation. I support organizations across industries in understanding how Intacct can simplify their accounting processes, improve visibility, and automate the day-to-day work. In the next 20 minutes, I'm going to take you through a value-focused overview of Sage Intacct. So this isn't meant to show every button. It's designed to help you understand what makes Intacct different and why so many organizations move to it for better visibility and automation and control. Everything you will see today is cloud-based, always on the latest version, and fully role-driven, so users only see what they need. The goal of the session is simple: show you how Intacct reduces manual work, eliminates Excel dependency, strengthens internal controls, and gives leadership real-time visibility into the business. I'll turn off my camera now so you can have full visibility on the screen. Let's start on the home screen and walk you through the system step by step. So let's start with some general navigation. Sage Intacct is a cloud-based financial management system, and it is designed to streamline and automate your accounting processes. Intacct is going to provide real-time visibility into your financial data, and it is going to help organizations modernize everything from their core financials to their AP, AR, cash management, and more. All of that in one integrated platform. This is the home screen you see when you log into Sage Intacct. One of the first things that you will notice is the Intacct product updates. Sage Intacct releases updates each quarter, that is 4 times a year. And because this is a true cloud application, all new features and improvements are automatically pushed into your instance. So you never have to schedule upgrades, wait for IT, or manage version control. If you click the link here, that is read the release notes, you will see a summary of what's new in this release. You can also drill down into specific modules like accounts payable or accounts receivable to see upcoming enhancements. These updates typically focus on automation, usability improvements, and new tools. Nothing ever disrupts your daily processes. So that's about the release notes on Sage Intacct. Now, Intacct is a role-based system. So over here, I'm currently logged in as a controller, that is Emma. She has administrative access and can see multiple modules across the system. Now, switching over to the second tab here, I'm logged in as Nikki. So she's a lower level user, that is an employee user, and does not possess admin rights. You will notice that her menu is much smaller. She can see the modules that have been enabled for her. So she can only see the modules that's been enabled for her. Now, during implementation, our team will work with you to define exactly who can access what, modules, reports, transactions, even who can enter bills or approve payments. Everything is fully configurable. Now, going back to this view, over here on the right-hand side, you will see announcements where Sage Intacct posts important product messages, reminders, and tips. Another important area is the help and support. During implementation, again, we provide full training, but if the user ever needs guidance, they can quickly access documentations, videos, or walkthroughs and module-specific help. For example, if somebody is in the accounts payable module, so let me just close this first. So someone is in the accounts payable module and wants help, Intacct has a full knowledge base. So if they are in the bill enter section, they can click on help and support, help on this page. And Intacct is going to have video library, release notes, training, and all of that. And over here, to enter a new bill, if the user clicks on create a bill, Intacct is going to give them the step-by-step process or the instructions and the troubleshooting guides. So it's very much user-friendly and reduces dependency on outside support. Now, finally, on the navigation side, I want to highlight the search capability. This is one of the fastest ways to search or navigate. You can search for AP bills, AR invoices, customers, vendors, and all of that, even attached documents. Everything in Intacct is searchable, which saves a lot of time when users need information quickly. Moving on to one of the key features that we have on Intacct, that is the multi-entity and multi-currency capability. This is one of the areas where Intacct really stands out. The system makes it extremely easy to manage multiple companies, divisions, or locations, or even legal entities within a single environment. With multi-entity, you can consolidate financials, run entity level or top level reports, and get visibility across all the entities in real time. As your organization grows, you can add new entities and expand operations without creating new databases or separate systems. And entity managers can switch between entities instantly, and Intacct automates intercompany transactions in the background, creating all the due to and due from entries for you. This removes a lot of manual work and significantly speeds up month end. Now, let's take a look at Intacct's multi-currency capability. Intacct supports a wide range of global currencies, including CAD and USD as a standard, but you can work with almost any currency worldwide. The system also supports multiple exchange rate types, such as daily, monthly, average, or user-defined rates depending on your reporting needs. So there are two ways Intacct handles exchange rates. You can enter rates manually if you prefer to control them, or you can use Intacct's built-in integration with Oanda, which provides automatic daily exchange rates at no additional cost. This means your system always stays aligned with current market rates without any manual updates. So together with the multi-entity and the multi-currency, Intacct extremely becomes scalable for organizations that are growing, who are acquiring new companies or operating internationally. Let's now move on to one of the biggest strengths of Sage Intacct before getting into any of the modules, and that's the Intacct dimensions. Dimensions are one of the main reasons reporting and coding become so much easier in Intacct. In older systems, you often need to log or you often need long segmented account codes to capture things like your departments, your location, your project or customer. That usually means you end up with hundreds of GL accounts, and even small changes require creating new segments or new codes. When it comes to Sage Intacct, all of that complexity disappears. You maintain a clean, simple, natural chart of accounts, and all the extra detail is captured through dimensions. Dimensions are intelligent tags that let you slice and filter financial data without expanding your chart of accounts. And examples includes departments, locations, projects, tasks, vendors, and so on. To show how this works visually, I'm going to open an AP bill right now. So let's just get in here. I'm not entering or submitting anything, just using the screen as an example because it clearly shows how dimensions fits into day-to-day transaction. Now let me just open this bill here. And I'll duplicate this one. Here on the bill line, you will see I choose a simple natural account here. And right beside it, I can tag department and location. If I need to add more dimensions, I can add that. And instead of creating a separate GL account, I simply use this one account and tag it with the right dimensions. This means your chart of account stays clean, but you still get extremely detailed reporting. For example, with dimensions applied, you can run a profit and loss by department or a P&L by location, or even a project cost report or a customer profitability report without creating that extra GL accounts which you will otherwise create. So reporting is going to become flexible, intuitive, and far more meaningful. Now, let's take a look at dashboards and reporting on Sage Intacct. So I'll go in here and get into dashboards. So this is where most of our customers spend majority of their time, that is dashboards and reporting. Dashboards in Intacct are designed to give any user instant access to the information that matters most to them. So they are completely customizable and they are role-based, meaning a CFO or a controller or a project manager or even a board level viewer will each see exactly what's relevant to them and nothing else. Let's take a look into the controller dashboard for now. Here on the controller dashboard, you will see a variety of reports and KPIs that can be added depending on what this role needs day to day. So there is no practical limit to how many reports you can include. At the top over here, we have performance cards showing key metrics such as cash on hand, AR, AP, and intercompany amounts, and so on. Each card shows the current period value, a comparison against last month or last year. And these are color-coded arrows to flag positive or negative trends. So these cards are built using account groups. So they summarize the right set of GL accounts without needing complex formulas. And like everything in Intacct, each of these values, it's drillable. So clicking directly into a card will show you a full breakdown of the contributing accounts along with the comparison for the prior period. So it's the same here. Below that, over here, we have reports like profit and loss, actual versus budget, complete with color coordination so users can quickly spot variances. And anything in blue can be drilled into. For example, if you need to drill into the actuals, you can do that. So you can simply click on the actual values and it takes you into the GL level report. And if you need to further drill down, you can simply click on this value that is marked in blue and it's going to take you into the journal entry right over here with the dimensions and the necessary details. Now, if I scroll down, we have a few other reports added onto this dashboard, expenses by department. We even have a placeholder or areas for approvals where managers can review and approve their bills right from the screen. The idea is simple. The controller starts their day with everything they need on one page rather than going and checking their emails or scrolling between multiple screens. Now, let's take a look at the CFO dashboard. For users who prefer more visual analytics, Intacct also offers dashboards like the CFO dashboard, which is what you're seeing here. This dashboard includes highly graphical views of company performance over time, revenue and margin trends, direct and indirect labor, operating expenses. So if you hover over any of the points on the graph, you will see the exact number without even needing to open a report. And reports like direct and indirect labor trend can be opened in a full view using this view all option that we have here, where users can further filter or change dates, making real-time analysis extremely easy. Dashboards can also include statistical data such as headcount, customer counts, or operational metrics, anything meaningful to the leadership. Now, if I go back into the controller dashboard here, when it comes to editing reports, Intacct makes it very easy to build or tweak reports. Anyone familiar with Excel will feel comfortable here, but unlike Excel, Intacct's reports don't rely on formulas. So if I go and edit this particular report over here, it takes me to the financial report writer. And the reports here are built using drop-down menus, use and prompt and choose logic. So users simply select the right columns, they can add columns, choose the right prompt, and from the dashboards, users can add a new report. So over here, users can add a new report. They can choose from a pre-built or custom report components. Over here, there is a custom or pre-built set of reports that the users can choose. They can also apply color coding to highlight, which is what you're seeing here. So if I edit this report and if I go in here, I will have the option to color code or perform conditional highlight and apply rules over here. And even if a report is removed from the dashboard over here, so if I delete any of these reports, it is still going to be there, or it is still going to be available in the report center where all reports can be filtered, exported. So let's give it some time to buffer. So over here, all of the reports that you have can be filtered by the modules that you see, and it can also be exported in these formats. And you can also mark few reports as favorites, or you can even build your reports from scratch. And one important thing to highlight, all the data in Sage Intacct refreshes in real time. So if someone posts a bill or submits a timesheet or even makes a journal entry, dashboards and reports updates immediately. So there is no batch posting, no overnight updates, and no manual refreshes. This also applies when you're changing filters or entities or locations or any other dimension. Now that we have seen dashboards and reporting, let's take a look at the core financial processes that your team will use every day. Let's take a quick look into the AP, AR, bank rec, and the GL side. So let's start with accounts payable here. And you will see that Intacct gives you a very clean and guided workflow. You can set up approval workflows for approving bills and payments, and you can route it to approvers. Your AP team never has to guess where to go or what the next step is. You have vendors, you have bill payments, and all your AP reports organized by the process. So this keeps the workflow intuitive even when your team grows. Now I'll open a sample bill so that you can see the structure, the bill structure here. Now in this bill, the moment I choose the vendor, so if I choose ADP for instance, the fields like pay to and return to will be automatically populated. Now I'll go back to the original bill here. And Intacct automatically fills in everything we already know about the vendor when you choose the vendor. That is the pay to, the return to, the default GL account terms, and dimensions that the vendors always uses. So the accountants aren't manually keying repetitive information. I can enter the bill number, add a description, select the due dates, and attach supporting documents over here. And attaching documents are either drag and drop, so I can browse the documents and then I can either do a drag and drop, or I can choose and the bill will be attached over here. Now, if you're using departments, locations, or projects, all of that dimensions appear automatically when you choose the right account. And if a bill needs splitting across multiple accounts or departments, it's as simple as adding a new line. Now, when it comes to AP, recurring bills can be automated fully, which eliminates monthly manual work. You can also pay bill. Once the bills are posted, the next step is pay bill. Yeah, here you will get a consolidated view of everything that is ready for payment. You can filter by vendor. Over here, you can filter by vendor or by due date or the amount or by currency. Intacct displays your latest bank feed balance, so your team knows exactly how much cash is available over here. So if I choose check and if I choose my bank, Intacct is going to show me the bank feed balance. And when I pick a payment method, the system adjusts the bank balance based on the selections. And once I click on pay, you move into a payment release step where you can print checks, generate EFT files, or you can simply record payments through online banking. And AP is designed to be clean, quick, and intuitive, so your team gets more done with lesser quick clicks. Now let's talk a little bit about AR. AR looks and feel very similar. So your team has consistency across the different modules. You can create invoices manually. You can also upload them in bulk, or you can also automate recurring invoicing. And customer defaults work the same way. So if I go into an AR bill here, instead of the vendor, if I choose the customer, the bill to and ship to will be automatically populated. If needed, you can also attach backup documents. So there is an option for attachment here. And posting an invoice immediately pushes it into the GL. So there is no batch posting and no risk of missed entries. And when it comes to accounts receivable, you can receive payments. It is very simple. So when it comes to receive payments, I can go in here and I can choose if it has to apply to one customer's invoice or parent and child invoices or multiple invoices. And then I choose my customer, and then I get to choose the payment method. And then when I click on show invoices, it's going to show the invoices that I need to receive payment for. If there are any discounts, I apply that. Intacct calculates them automatically. And then with one click, the payment is posted and the invoice is updated and the GL is updated behind the scenes. You can also run AR aging or analysis, customer statements, and all of that. Everything is built in and it can be filtered by any dimension you track. Now let's quickly look into bank reconciliation. Bank reconciliation is one of Intacct's biggest time savers. So on the top, you will see, if I go into the bank reconciliation here. So over the top here, you will see Intacct pulls in bank and credit card transactions automatically. So there is no more jumping between Excel, banking portals, and your accounting system. You can reconcile everything here on one screen. You will see the number of unmatched transactions that you have on the Intacct side, and you can also see it on the bank side. You can also see the total amount, uncleared balances, and the exact amount that is left to reconcile. So this gives your team complete control at the month end. And on the left, you have your accounting system transactions, and on the right, you have your bank transactions. And you can match transactions manually, or you can let Intacct apply auto matching rules such as exact amount, date tolerance, check number, and all of that. So this eliminates a huge amount of manual work, and Intacct automatically finds the matching bank transaction. So if one payment clears as several bank movements, Intacct also supports one-to-many and many-to-one matching. And if something is missing from Intacct, you can kind of create journal entries or deposits or transfers funds. So once everything hits zero, you can do the reconciliation, and the reconciliation for the month is complete. And most clients tells us this reduces their month-end close by several hours per account. Now, to quickly take a look into the GL, uh, every AR AP transaction you saw automatically posts into the GL in real time. There are no nightly batches. Everything is instant. You can see all the journal entries that drive your financials here, your standard journals, your recurring journals, allocation journals, all the system generated entries that come from your AR, AP, or cash management and other modules. Everything is organized, searchable, and time-stamped with a full audit trail. Your team can create journals, view recurring entries, and import large batches using Intacct's safe import templates that we have here. These templates tells you exactly which fields are required and help prevent mistakes. And there is also drill down visibility when it comes to the reports which we saw, which is one of the biggest reasons finance teams love Intacct. Now, before we open up for questions, I want to quickly summarize what you saw today. Sage Intacct is built to give your organization visibility, stronger controls, and significant time savings across every core financial processes. We have looked at role-based dashboards, real-time reporting, and the ability to drill all the way from a financial statement to a source transaction. And finally, we walk through your day-to-day workflows, that is your AER, AP, bank, reconciliation, and GL. Everything in the system is designed to be intuitive, scalable, and audit ready.